Alright, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this Monday evening. I hope everybody is doing fine. I am recovering from a cold and a long weekend down in the cities. I had a blast. We went down to take care of some stuff, and we are back and waiting for me. I do apologize. I do have a cough, so I'll try to muffle the mic when I got a cough because I got a cough. I apologize. I'm sorry. But it's been a minute. I wanted to get a video out. I hope everyone is doing well this fine Monday evening. I wanted to do a quick, got some goodies in the mail. It's not necessarily RPG related, but it is a piece of tech that helps my RPG collection and stuff. I have an iPad mini, as you can see, iPad mini, and I have this awesome case. I don't know who makes it. It's one of those generic ones I got off of Amazon. It's it's very similar to the Apple case, but the whole point of this, real quick, is I got these. They glue on. They say you can pull them off and reapply them. You can't. At least I couldn't for mine. But so I bought a 3-pack. The original one I bought only had one, and it was on my other iPad Pro case, and when I pulled it off, it just ripped it. It was not good. So I bought a 3-pack. It was like under $10. I like this minimalist case when I'm around the house. It is literally just like a clamshell. It magnetizes in. It doesn't, as you can see, I mean, it holds the iPad really well. And this is great for when I'm futzing around the house. And then when I take my iPad out, my iPad mini, I put it in this spec case. I really like the spec cases, and this is just the iPad mini. It has a camera flap on it, so and it stays magnetized closed. So I got one of these pen holders. Now, when they're in the spec case and you close the little lip here, the pen stays in. But I thought, well, I got 3 cases, I might as well put it on all 3. So it's out of the way that way. And then of course I was fortunate enough to get the iPad Pro M1 edition with the Apple chip in it. So and of course it's got it there. But then again, you can see you've got the iPad magnet flap, and you can see here, so again, same spec case, only bigger. Works great. I love it. I love my iPad Pro. Great for reading on. I have a Kindle that I read novels on. Game books have a lot of art and stuff in them, so they're usually it's not convenient to read your PDFs on like a Kindle. It just doesn't, with all the high contrast art and everything, the black and white, the refresh rate for the art and everything just doesn't hold well. So anyway, today's video du jour, that was one of the things I got in the mail, was that 3-pack of pen cases. I wanted to give a shout out to a game that I feel doesn't get enough love, and of course it's the holidays, so Modiphius, along with every other publisher and distributor and purveyor of fine games, is doing all kinds of crazy discounts. So do yourself a favor, go out and pick this game up. It is Mutant Chronicles. This is the 3rd edition. I have 1st and 2nd edition. It is my all-time favorite game. This is a techno fantasy RPG. Go back in the archive, watch my review on it. It's one of the very early reviews I did. By the way, I've got 393 videos up now. This makes 394. So we are well on our way to 400 videos. I don't think we'll break 400 by the end of the year, but you never know. It could happen. I'm not going to try to force content, though, to try and break 400, but I think early in January we'll break 400 videos. That's not including my Star Wars videos. That's a separate channel. It's still this channel, but it's a separate playlist, and so those videos are not calculated in my video tabletop RPGs. And just RPG-related videos is almost 400. So anyway, this is a techno fantasy. It uses the 2D20 system by Modiphius. It's one of their first games to come out. In fact, I believe it is the first game that came out with the 2D20 system, and then they licensed Star Wars, Star Trek. And I want to say, I think John Carter, Warlord of Mars, was their second system, and then Star Trek. I'm not sure, though. Don't quote me on that. It could be vice versa. I know they did. When I found this game and I really got into Mutant, I've been a huge Mutant Chronicles fan for years, and I saw that, I missed the Kickstarter for this, and at the time I didn't have gainful employment, so I couldn't have backed it anyway. I wasn't able to buy everything, but I did buy the core book at my local game store when I lived in Lake Charles, and I bought a couple of supplements at the time, and I bought a GM screen. And I've got reviews of all those. But anyway, the point is, I'm getting sidetracked, which I tend to do. Modiphius is having a big sale right now, and you can get a lot of these either if you want the PDF. They have humble bundle sales all the time. And I think their sales don't actually go away. I think if you go on Humble Bundle and you research, type in Mutant Chronicles, I think you'll find it. But anyway, you can get all the PDFs if that's your jam. I'm a physical book guy, as you can tell. So this is the core book. I've had it for a while. It's got a lot of love and care. My group loves it. It is so different from Pathfinder or D&D or a lot of the other games out there that we play as a group, that we really like this techno fantasy game. And they call it techno fantasy because we've regressed from sci-fi, heavy, futuristic sci-fi stuff because of the dark symmetry. I won't get too much into it. It's a great background. It's a great setting. Go read it. Pick it up. This is a phenomenal setting, and it should get more play. It uses the 2D20 system by Modiphius, and it's really well done. A lot of fun. Good, full color. Paolo Parente's art is all through here. He did the cover, of course. Phenomenal artist. He did a ton of the art for the Doom Trooper card game back in the day, which a lot of this art is from. So definitely check it out. There's a free scenario you can get online called Starfarer Gatan 39 in the Fall of Von Hole. And the Fall of Von Hole is in the core book. So you can get this, and then you buy the core book, and you'll have a little bit of material as far as the GM goes. But very well laid out and supported. I just got it printed in full color and spiral bound it. So this is a freebie off their website, or I believe Drive-Thru RPG. There's a number of source books. I mean, and I'm going to show you. I don't even have them all. I made a mistake, and I accidentally bought one I already had. But this is just and this isn't even all of them. But I got 4 of them. And again, like I said, I accidentally purchased one I already had. I'm missing Imperial and Bauhaus, and I think I have the Bauhaus book here in the house somewhere. I just can't. It's somewhere. And be honest, with this sale going on right now, I may just turn around. I may just buy it to get it because I am missing. I think Imperial and Bauhaus is the only 2 that I am missing. But this is one of the new ones I got. This is Luna and the Freelancers. So this is all about Luna, aka the Moon. This is a splat book, and it has all kinds of information in here and just great stuff. This is a splat book for the GM and for players. You could be a freelancer, which is like basically a Doom Trooper, and you don't owe allegiance to any one corporation. This world is broken down into corporations, kind of like a dystopian cyberpunk universe, but it's very hard to explain. But like I said, if you're looking for a setting and a system, with a set of mechanics that really suits the game system and the game world, this is the system. So anyway, I did get Luna and the Freelancers source book, which super excited to have that in the collection. I didn't own it. I also got the Cartel source book, which I did not own, and I don't even know what this one's about. The Cartel cover in a world of discord where man fights man despite the looming darkness, corporations zealously usurp each other and leave humanity an easy target for the Dark Legion, aka those are the major bad guys. But one group stands up and waves the flag of unity among them. It is the last bastion capable of uniting the forces of mankind in full. These powerful men and women call themselves the Cartel. So yeah, this is, and that's their symbol on the back, which is kind of like a modified Doom Trooper symbol. These are the guys that are members from all of the cartels, the major corporations: Imperial, Bauhaus, Capital, Cybertronic, Mishima, and the Brotherhood. Although technically, I don't think the Brotherhood, that's the religious unit of the world. Not sure if the Brotherhood is part of the Cartel or not, but these guys, this is obviously a source book that goes into everything about the Cartel. So they are members of each of the corporations that have banded together for the bigger picture. And so it's not necessarily, undercutting everybody else. It's, hey, there's a big problem out there and we need to come together and unify. And that's what this source book is about. So that's a really handy one to have. The next one I have, and I've had this one for a while, is Cybertronic. These are the guys that have figured out a way to use technology without the dark symmetry or the dark powers. Think of them like Cthulhu powers, these evil entities that infect mechanics or infect computers per se, and warp them and turn them into like your toaster rises up and tries to kill you. But these guys have found a way to use technology that doesn't allow it to do that. And so they are kind of scrutinized by the other corporations, especially the Brotherhood, which, like I said, is the big religious arm of the game. So this is a really good source book. And each one of these source books that, and that's, of course, the symbol, Stealth and Steel is as they call it. That's their logo. Each one of these splat books, these are player books and GM books. These go through and give the player the rules and the mechanics they need to make a decidedly directly focused character for Cybertronic or whatever faction book you have. So these are good. All of them run about 100 pages, a little bit more right around 100. I think this one's 104. So then the other one I got, and this is the one that I bought two of, is Mishima. So as you can see, they're exactly the same. And what I'll do is one will go to one of my Patreons. I'll send it out as a freebie since I bought it accidentally. But yeah. So Death Before Dishonor. From the underground cities of Mercury to the sprawling plains of Mars, the Mishima Corporation is united by a code of duty and honor in the boardroom and on the battlefield. The proud samurai of the management caste lead the way. Beneath them toil countless work units of commoners, among whom hide secret societies dedicated to the martial arts, organized crime, and sometimes the Dark Apostles. So yeah, this is basically your Japan, China, your Triad, your Yakuza, your Samurai, all of that. All your Asian Pacific Islanders all put into one cast, one book called Mishima. And as you can see, that's them. So another great splat book, more detailed information on running heroes, dedicated to the Mishima cause. The Brotherhood, this is basically the holy arm, the church, the cleansing flame of the Cardinal. Founded to unite mankind against the encroaching darkness, the Brotherhood stands between the worlds of humanity and the malign power of the dark soul. The Cardinal's influence can be found in all walks of life, and while the corporations may resent some of the Brotherhood's edicts, the war for mankind's salvation is the only priority. So yeah, this is these guys have what they call mortificators, which are basically holy ninja. They're pretty badass. And they have basically psychic powers that they call gifts from the Cardinal. So there is no per se God. It is the light. And then the light is shown through the Cardinal. And this is Cardinal Durand, like the 6th or something like that on the cover. And you can see he's a very martial Cardinal. So basically akin to the Pope. But you can see he has a big-ass sword and then the Book of Light. And so, yeah, they have these powers, these psychic powers, basically, and this book just gives you more on that and how to play in that world to be like a mortificator or any of those powers that be a pilgrim, just all kinds of cool stuff. Blessed Guardian, just really neat stuff. Like all the different powers and everything that they have. So really good source book for the church, because again, you don't always have to play the dark symmetry is the bad guy. You can always play the church as the bad guy and going after the players and making them do what they need to do or force them to try and do. And then the second the next book is called Dark Symmetry. This is a little bit thicker. I've had this one for a while. I haven't had course to use it yet, but this is whopping in at 215 pages, so it's a little bit thicker. I've had it for a while. I think I bought it last year or the year before on sale again. So, an Imperial expedition on Pluto has unleashed a wave of darkness and despair upon humanity, spreading madness and corruption. While the worlds of mankind fall to ruin, a handful of determined investigators stumble across conspiracies that threaten to tear civilization apart. The Rise of Darkness. So this is kind of it's a campaign book. So this is a giant adventure, basically. So it's pretty much a GM book. But I haven't even read it, so I really need to read this because my players... we're enjoying playing playing Mutant Chronicles, so I might actually run this. So this is more of a campaign source book, and then the last book we have is also, I think, coming in at about 245 pages, and this is the Dark Soul source book, and this is again. Darkness, the absence of light. Mankind has feared it since the beginning of time. That is because on some level we have always known it has always been there, ready to devour anything that crosses its path, creating monsters out of men, feeding on our despair. Cyclical, eternal, and undeniable. This is Dark Soul, a supplement for the Mutant Chronicles role-playing game. So this is just, again, another supplement for the GM, but it has information in it for the players to make characters and stuff like that. So it was just I wanted to pop out a quick video and show you all of those, tell you about a game that I don't think gets enough love, and you should go check it out. It's totally worth your time. So like I said, I didn't want to do too long. My wife is back home, and I'm going to go spend some time with her. So anyway, I hope everyone is well. Enjoy your holidays. I'll probably get another video out before everything is over. And as always, peace and hair grease. A big shout out to the new subscribers. Thank you so much. As always, all the links will be down in the doobly-doo. Everybody, like and subscribe. You know what to do. Thumbs if you liked it. Subs if you loved it. Peace and hair grease. And remember, Mr. Mean says, be nice.